the most famous emperors of the Roman Empire. There were many emperors of Rome who ruled over the vast and powerful empire for centuries. Some of them were famous for their achievements, while others were infamous for their cruelty or madness. Here are some of the most notable emperors of Rome and their brief descriptions. Augustus, 27 BC to 14 AD. He was the first emperor of Rome and the founder of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. He transformed the Roman Republic into an empire and brought peace and prosperity to the Roman world. He is considered one of the greatest rulers in history. Tiberius, 14 to 37 AD. He was the second emperor of Rome and the stepson of Augustus. He was a successful general and a competent administrator, but he was also paranoid and reclusive. He spent most of his reign in self-imposed exile on the island of Capri. Caligula, 37 to 41 AD. He was the third emperor of Rome and the nephew of Tiberius. He was initially popular and generous, but he soon became notorious for his cruelty, extravagance, and insanity. He was assassinated by his own guards after 4 years of tyranny. Claudius, 41 to 54 AD. He was the fourth emperor of Rome and the uncle of Caligula. He was a scholar and a statesman who expanded the empire and reformed the administration. He was also manipulated by his wives and freedmen, and poisoned by his last wife, Agrippina. Nero, 54 to 68 AD. He was the fifth emperor of Rome and the stepson of Claudius. He was a patron of arts and culture, but he was also a megalomaniac and a persecutor of Christians. He is blamed for starting the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD, which destroyed much of the city. He committed suicide after a revolt against him. Vespasian, 69 to 79 AD. He was the ninth emperor of Rome and the founder of the Flavian dynasty. He restored stability and prosperity to the empire after a year of civil war known as the Year of the Four Emperors. He also built the Colosseum, one of the most famous monuments in Rome. Trajan, 98 to 117 AD. He was the 13th emperor of Rome and the first to be born outside Italy. He was a successful conqueror and a benevolent ruler who expanded the empire to its greatest extent. He is regarded as one of the best emperors in Roman history. Hadrian, 117 to 138 AD. He was the 14th emperor of Rome and the cousin of Trajan. He was a traveler and a builder who consolidated the empire and fortified its borders. He also built many famous structures, such as Hadrian's Wall in Britain and the Pantheon in Rome. Marcus Aurelius, 161 to 180 AD. He was the 16th emperor of Rome and the last of the 5 good emperors. He was a philosopher and a Stoic who wrote a book called Meditations. He also faced many wars and plagues during his reign, which marked the beginning of the decline of the empire. Constantine, 306 to 337 AD. He was the 37th emperor of Rome and the first to convert to Christianity. He reunited a divided empire under his rule and issued the Edict of Milan, which granted religious tolerance to Christians. He also founded a new capital city, Constantinople, which became the center of the Byzantine Empire. These are some of the most famous emperors of Rome, but there are many more who ruled over different parts and periods of the empire. If you want to learn more about them, subscribe and follow us on YouTube and other social media platforms at Origin Folks. Origin Folks, get informed, get inspired.